Hi there, Pyrrhus of Epirus with yet another Alpharius video. Today we're going to be looking at 3 games against a variety of peoples. I'm quite excited about that one because, and I can't pronounce it, I know that Gibbet has top 50'd, so yay! I was quite happy about that. But we'll jump into it. So it's going to be Alpharius fighting Kelbor Hal, Corax and Ehrlen. Okie dokie, so lots of asteroid belts. So Kelbor Hal, if you don't know, refills 2 energy when the threatened Mechanicum dies, and he can get a Mechadendrite. He's quite quick, he's quite aggressive, and I don't like that. So let's see what happens. So I haven't got the most exciting hand at the moment. It doesn't give me a lot to do early, which I was a little concerned about because Kelbor Hal can get some quite nasty aggro off the board early. Like this. It's such a cool move. Boom. And already I'm on the back foot. Okay, so I've got something to do. I'm not using asteroid belts yet. I don't actually tend to use them too early. I use them like post 6 or 7 mana to bump me 1 step closer to harrowing or a Ortolon score. So that guy's really good in my opinion. He's a 3/4. He can buff him relentlessly. You know, he gets a Mechadendrite each turn. He's just tough to kill. So I can't kill it, but I'm going to stop it from kind of getting off any huge attacks. I'm going to threaten to kill it as well. He doesn't like that, so he's going to try and make it, or help it, live a little longer. And he's starting to get off, you know, bit of a machine. So that thing is now 3/5 with cleave 2 and life, like a return to life survivor. And it's invisible. I'm very sad. So I'm going to try and keep his card count up as he's getting through that quite quickly, and then I'm going to start healing. Like I've got nothing better to do at this stage. Now this guy is really useful in this setup. He's going to be super relevant. Good old Harrow Master, Armorless Dynat. Because Kelbor Hal gets off a lot of pretty hefty stuff in this game. So I'm on 6 mana. I've got some options to slow him down. I'm going to stun that, and then I'm going to use the ability of Armorless Dynat to stun and deal 2 damage to his Alpha Theta 2 or 11. So he continues to buff it, and this is what I mean about Kelbor Hal. Like, he just keeps on going. It is frustrating, to say the least. So I'm going to keep that guy stunned. I'm going to defend satellite at this point. So I've got a stunned 3/1 with no survivor. I've managed to trade out the front line. I've got the health lead, but he's got a strong board, which is now made even stronger by this guy, Coriel Zeth. I'm very unhappy. So I'm going to stun them. So I don't need to play Null Veteran because, you know, They're already stunned. But I am going to get that mana, kill off his Mechadendrite. This guy comes out. Now this guy's so cool in this deck. It's like every time you play a card, it gets +1/+1, and he just keeps going. Just keeps going. And just keeps going. Ridiculous, man. So I'm going to stun it. And I'm going to stun Coriolzeth. Is it this time I do spear? Yeah, so get spear out. Start dealing that, 1 damage a turn. Just draw. Please, this guy, see, he's got such a savage board out right now. Like, I mean, ow! Just so much pain. I'm not happy, but I've just top decked the instrument. Guess who I'm using it on? I love that card. So, keeping this manageable, controlling his boards, but I am still a little bit nervous. He's got a lot of stuff there that I really, really need to deal with. So I draw a Lambda, again, super relevant. Now I could have gone to the 7/4, but he's on such low health at this point that I'm just going to try and finish him off. Also with my ability, I've got them all stunned again.
Your defeat is merely a puzzle I will solve.
So at this stage, I'm fairly confident I've won this. Oh, and there it is. Orbital base.
First, we encircle you.
The reason I sort of shared this one is because it just goes to show how controlling this deck can be. I mean, he had so many threats out for so long, and I was just able to stun and stun and stun and distract, deflect, like, love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so game 2. This was against that. If anyone knows how to pronounce it, please let me know. Well, Kelbor Corax, solid warlords. Get rid of orbital base. Way too early to have that. Lots of asteroids belts today.
No mercy.
I think you'll find that I am Alpharius.
This is about victory, true victory.
So, I'm going to void engage. Don't get that 3 damage, but, I'm getting through my deck. That's the main part of it, really. And that's the thing, in this sort of deck, you aren't so fussed if you don't get that 3 damage off, because you'll find it in other ways. Stun Corax, I've got nothing better to do. Again, I choose to play a guy over Asteroids Belt, and this is the sort of reason why. Because it has to die. Like, obviously, I don't have enough to stun it, so I just have to kill it. Which is fine, like, I'm happy to do that, to kill him. Plays that guy, why am I not surprised? He's just so amazing for 3 mana. It's ridiculous. So I'll void engage. Yay! Finally. Hey, he's got 7 health lead, it's not the end of the world. I'll Astro Belt. Like, these are nice opportunities to play like mana energy building cards. Just because, like, there's not necessarily anything better I could do. I could stun him, but you know, it's later game. I can afford to do that. He gives himself sneak attack, which I don't know. I'm not. It is objectively a good card. It doesn't worry me as an Alpharius. I mean, it has no indication whether or not you should play it. You should totally play it, but just my deck in particular, I'm not too bothered. So I'm at 8 mana. I've got a few options, you know. I draw one of his cards. I Lambda Thunderhawk him. I'm in a rush. Like, somebody goes, why didn't you instrument for 6 damage? He said, I don't need to. And if I don't need to, I'm not going to. So let's get this guy out. Oh, this guy. Sentence 2 for 1, so, you know, pretty nasty. He's got big board, so I'm going to harrowing it. 6 damage is nothing to be shy about. I've now got the health lead, cleared his board, you know. And actually, in some senses, like, that being only 6 cards is a reasonable time to do it, because he is going to have less answers for when you clear the board, if that makes sense. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Catacombs myself. Like, you know, it's a good card, 7/6. I'll have it out. Gives us next Raven Guard fast, which is cool. So it's still quite close, you know, similar hand size, similar life, similar creatures out. He kills my 7/6, but that's fine because now his 7/6 is revealed. At which point, this is why I save it, I instrument it. Okay. And then I'm going to Secret Twin because I'd like him to be stunned too.
Emperor.
And it gives me a really nice health advantage. And I pass turn. So he's still got a decent board. I can't kill him with Orbital Base. And I probably don't want to attack him because of that guy, but Uphell Spear. I'll like T-Show to deal 2 damage. And that gives me some options. Deal 4 damage. So I'm getting him within lethal range basically. Just racing it. Now that guy's got fast, so obviously he can sentence me, which worried me a little, but fortunately I've got lethal. That's how I think cool the Raven Guard are, is that they can look like they're in real trouble, and don't get me wrong, he isn't. They can still almost get me down. Like, I mean, if I didn't have 3 damage tactics in my hand, like, that would have been a death sentence. But
Were you expecting a different outcome?
were you expecting a different outcome? I harrowing, and that's GG. GG! Okay. I think saving the best till last, this is possibly one of my favourite games ever. Alpharius vs Ehrlen. Ehrlen, what are we going to do with you? So again, get rid of the orbital base.
We are Legion.
Standard. 3 damage to my face. I really hate Ehrlen. That's not fair. Ehrlen is really cool. I hate playing against Ehrlen. So I'll have us both draw a card. Suits me. Also, for me, it means if I do something turn 2, my 3rd mana can go into Lectitio, so it's a little bit of energy efficiency. So, no, I don't have access to the extra card. So build up a board. I'm going to draw his card. Ooh, an ambassador. Thank you for the delegation. So yeah, Ehrlen's just doing his thing, being super aggressive. He's got me down to equal health. I know it's just a race. I really dislike it when people use strike and fade like that. I know for Ehrlen it's a race, but like it's just such a utility card. So I stun him. I would like him to stop hitting me for 3 damage every turn. And a pass. Like, I've got 8, so I don't want to draw 2. He kills that. That's fine. 2 damage to me. Again, he's just getting that damage on the board. It's like Rowan Atkinson says, it's a race, a race. I'm winning, I'm winning. But I'm going to heal, so none of that. And Exodus. Woohoo! This would be better if you couldn't just, you know,
Exodus in position.
hit me for 3 anyway. Yeah, so he's going to hit me for 8 this turn, which is annoying. What I'd like to highlight at this stage is this game is going to show you just how much life potential there is in an Alpharius deck. So I'm going to stun him and deal some damage to him because, you know, I'm going to draw a card. Obviously get him to draw a card, keeping that card total high. 8 and 9. He was quite unlucky there, he didn't kill anything. Well, they did deal me some damage, which was nasty. Void engages me. So I'm not looking healthy at this point. You know, but I've got a full hand. Yeah, full hand. So I'm going to heal again. I think if in doubt against Ehrlen, heal. I'll get 10 health, please.
This is about victory. True victory.
And obviously another Secret Twin. I'm going to stun him, which leaves me on 9 cards in hand, and I'll pass turn.
This is not a war you can win your way.
No, it is not, Ehrlen. Wise words, Alpharius. Wise words. So he... that was a really interesting play by him. Like, in a way, it is annoying, because it means I'm going to pitch a card. But actually having another stun, I'm okay with that. And as I pitch a Saboteur Squad, which I don't care about at this stage because of the 8 mana that he has, I lucked out, I guess. Now, the reason I played those 2 together is just because I wanted to get cards out. I mean, I wanted to get down to 8 in case he did something like that again. He trades it, which is fine, you know. He only really needs to save like one of them for Ortolan's score, and he doesn't know that I've necessarily got that. So I'm going to stun Ehrlen, gain some life.
For the Emperor.
Now, do I Catacombs myself? Yeah, because I don't want that beast to hit me. That beast is horrifying, especially if he gives it +3/+0. And I'll draw some cards. So I'm on 8. He's on 6. He hits me for 2. Ow, my beautiful face. More damage. Like, this is one of the things about this Ehrlen deck, is just it's got so much damage that he's pumping out. Like, I should probably go back at some point and count this, because he does a lot of damage to me. So that's frustrating. I get his beast down to 3. That's not what I want. Obviously then I use that to beat it, and then I get down to 13 health, which wasn't ideal, but it needed to die, so that it dealt me 4 damage instead of 8, or 14 if you got the +3/+0 off. There we go, swooping advance. See, if I hadn't killed that beast, he would have hit me for 14, and I would be dead. Now, I wonder if that was a big mistake. Like, he's been going for my face all game, and then he doesn't hit me for 6.
For the Emperor.
I heal anyway, but I don't know. I'm not sure that was the right move from him. I do that, like, he heals up, standard. So, you know, we both got down to low teens, now we're back up to the high teens. You know, and this is not the first time we've healed for ridiculous. He's keeping his card size quite low, which is good, because obviously it means I can't harrowing quite so easily. I stun him. I'm still conscious of that 3 damage a turn. I just want to get rid of Dewback if I'm honest. I've got 4 mana, so I'll play my own Dewback. I'm just hoping he hasn't got a harrowing, because that's, you know, not going to be fun. Plays that guy. Obviously he wants to kill my Dewback, but I've already got the super secret tech. He Pale Spears. Now he's on 5 cards, I'm on 9. That's super relevant. So I'm going to Armor of Mars. I'd like to heal as well. That goes into my deck, draws me a card. So that's quite relevant. I'll get that out next turn. I'll play that. It's just a body on the floor. He'll want to deal with it. So, you know. Also means I'm not using any of my draw cards before I play Pale Spear, because I want to use Pale Spear for that. So that's quite cool, you know. Kills off my guy, gives his bike Zinch, such is life. Now he's used both of his sweeping advances, so I don't need to worry about them anymore. He heals up a little bit. So I'm going to Pale Spear. I'll Catacombs before I Orbital because I don't want to get attacked. Now I'm going to deal 4 damage to him. We can have a brief coffee break while we wait for this to resolve. There we go. But I'm feeling quite confident at this point because he's going to deal 3 damage from his face. So he has 2 cards with which to deal 9 damage and he can't attack me. I'm feeling okay. So he precogs himself, which is interesting on Ehrlen deck. I quite like that. I'm going to Void Engage. Yes, I'm cycling through my deck, but this is how I'm going to deal damage, and I've got a card advantage on him. So he's down to 10. And do it again. It makes me happy. I mean, it's only 1 damage at the moment, but I'm going to heal because I don't want to get killed. And then I'm going to pass, I think. Yeah. So I'm 15 health, he's on 5. He can take me down to 10 before he does anything. He's going to heal because that makes sense. I'm going to heal because I know I'm going to win this race. So all I have to do is outlive him. Now he's got an Armor of Mars in hand. That's fine. Plays a Beast of Fire. That wasn't a concern. However, I've now got Ortal on score. I've been waiting for him. He now has a big problem because he's on 10 health. He has 2 cards in hand, one of which I know is an Armor of Mars. And I have Ortal on score out in play. So he heals. And this is where I win. Because I get him down to 6. And then 4.
Were you expecting a different outcome?
Were you though? Yes, because I lammed at him. Had you fooled? I never found out what that last card was. Oh no, it must be Armour and Mars. So there you have it. Milled an Ehrlen to death. So yeah, just some more Alpharius fun. If you have any comments, any suggestions, anything you'd change, please do that in the comments. This is my deck. It, as you can see, works wonderfully. Yeah, that's it from me. That's it from Poe and his boy Alpharius. Pyrrhus of Epirus signing out.